is a nice Sunday evening for me and morning for these lot. Hope everyone's doing well. It's been a couple weeks since we recorded. I don't know if we uploaded the last one. I honestly don't remember. I think we did.
I uploaded it to the drive for Spidey. I don't know if he posted it though.
All right. Yeah, okay. If I did it, I'm fucking sorry. Right?
If it's not up there, it'll be up there at some point. How's everyone's 2 weeks been?
Pretty chill. Not chill. Actually, very, very fucking busy. I literally worked 16 hours on Friday. It was tough.
Bruh, Amazon got you working double time, fam.
Yeah, that's one way to put it. So let's just say it that way.
Were you covering for someone or?
No, it's just Black Friday, bruh. Well, like not exactly Black Friday, but like the rush up to Black Friday because everybody's gonna be crazy when it comes to shopping this upcoming week, and then the couple of days after for like Cyber Monday and whatnot.
Okay. Well, do you get extra pay or now?
I get paid.
You get paid with free lunches and stuff.
Okay,
that's not pay. That's shaking.
That is
no. It's. I mean, would you not want a free lunch from work though?
I'd rather have
the food.
16 hours, my guy. Wait, how many hours did you say? 16, right?
On that particular day, yeah.
Okay. Think about how much it costs to make a simple sandwich that you could have just had versus how much you could have made in money. Which would you rather have had?
I'm not ordering a sandwich, bruh. Like I use my money.
Yeah, no, but what I'm saying is, what else was it? Food, drinks. It still doesn't matter. It wasn't beer, so
it was tickets to a Raptors game.
Okay. No, Dav, you gotta understand. The Raptors are actually a pretty decent basketball team right now.
Yeah, but how much are Raptors tickets?
No, depends on where you get your seats. Like, if you want to get like the standing shit in the back, like even that's gonna be
okay. The tickets like you got, how much would they roughly be?
No.
I don't coming up because the game is on the 8th. I believe.
Like, is that minimum? How much?
It depends. It depends where you're sitting.
Yeah.
How much would these tickets be? I can tell you how much a minimum football ticket would be.
Well, here's the thing. I don't know how much these tickets would be, but I know the rough estimate for where the seats are would be anywhere from $400 to $800.
Okay. Okay. That's good. Still would prefer the money personally, but
I mean, I understand the money part too. But here's the other thing: it's tough to get tickets to certain sports teams' games anyway because they're so popular, especially if you live in a larger city.
And they're playing Oklahoma City, which is a decent team. They're a decent team this year.
I think it's going to be a close game.
Yeah, it might definitely be a close. So okay, I retract to what I said. All right,
that's fair. Fair enough.
All right. Yeah, because Raptors
I would have judged the shit out of you, but
it's fine. It's not like I'm pretty used to that.
Because I'm guessing here, but they're not. They're basically near. These seats are like within like 10, 20 feet, 10 to 30 feet from the court, Tav. Which would be, I don't know how many.
Yeah, I feel like I'd feel like 25, 30 feet is probably roughly accurate.
That's fair. All right. You enjoy it then.
You might even get a handshake with some of the players. You might see his boy Drake there. You never know.
Ooh, I actually don't know if Drake is coming to this game, but that would be cool.
Maybe see Justin Bieber. He's also Canadian.
No, well, he's Canadian, but Drake is the guy who actually goes to like Raptors games because he lives in Toronto. I don't know where Justin Bieber lives.
Drake is the ambassador for the Raptors.
That's
I'm not sure if you knew that.
No, I didn't.
But yeah, not a bad trade-off, I guess. All right. Marissa's like, I don't give a fuck about sports, so
yeah. Marissa's like, catch ball. What's that?
Yeah.
So Marissa, what have you done these last 2 weeks?
At school.
Nice.
School. Suffering. Yeah.
Oh, suffering. That's a good one.
Yeah.
I did that once.
It's pretty common.
What about you, Dev?
Work. And play Pokemon.
Which one?
The new one, Shining
The
Pearl.
it's
Oh,
not
that's
new. It's a remake. I can't forget
It's
it.
still
well, it's
new.
Sinnoh remakes, so
Yeah.
What's your favorite Pokemon, King?
Am I allowed to choose legendaries?
Oh,
Just want to be boring.
You would want
mean,
be
like,
one of
if
those.
well, I
It'd
mean,
be
yeah.
a
If
blue
I
cat Pokemon, isn't it?
okay, I can't think of any blue cat Pokemon off the top of my head. B, fuck you for the reference. C, to answer the question, if I'm allowed to choose legendaries, I choose Rayquaza. He's just generally been my favorite overall. But if I can't choose
I respect
legendaries,
it.
and I'm going to go a little bit out of the way and say Totodile.
Totodile. Okay, that's a nice pick.
So I don't know like how you guys felt about him. I always found Totodile in the anime very entertaining. I really loved how every time he was always like a very excited little dude. He always used to do a dance whenever he came out of his Pokeball, and he was just really friendly and funny and stuff. And I just found him thoroughly entertaining.
You know who he reminds me of? Happy, because he's blue, he's hyper, he's happy.
Very funny.
Besides flying, they're pretty much the same thing.
They're really
Kind of
not the
interesting.
same thing.
He's not wrong. The other difference is Happy
He's
can
very
talk.
wrong, and Happy's annoying, and Happy's a stupid little troll. Totodile just loves life.
Happy seems to love life.
I don't think Happy really loves life. I think Happy just likes being a little shit.
You're not wrong there. But that doesn't mean he doesn't love life.
I mean, sure, but he doesn't really demonstrate it.
Who are we to judge the way people decide to love life?
I don't know. That's what we do on this podcast: is judge the fairy tale content all the time. So I don't know. I'm just
but
First of all,
function.
I'm always praising it for the most part. So fuck you.
Don't
Don't associate me with you guys.
Also, you can still praise is a type of judgment too.
Okay, fine. Marissa, anyway, what's your favorite Pokemon?
Eevee, probably.
Which is it, like the regular Eevee or the one of his evolutions?
The regular one.
All right, I'll allow
That's
it.
fair.
Dev?
Umbreon.
Oh, my boy.
That's Umbreon all day, every day.
He's one of the best
beautiful
evolutions for Eevee.
He really is.
And
Spidey?
For me, all right, I won't say Umbreon. I want to say Gliscor. Just because, when Ash found him, he was trash, and then Ash believed in his bitch ass, came with Bam, and then in the game, if he evolves with Poison Heal and then Toxic Orb, beautiful tank. So yeah.
Spidey likes playing boring stool teams.
Says the fucking guy who's fucking over here. Oh, what should I play it? I hate you. I hate you, by the way.
That doesn't change
those
anything.
are two totally unrelated things.
Yeah, that doesn't change anything. You're out here playing the normal story mode, and you're like, all right, I need a poison point. I need a toxic orb. I need to stool against Cynthia. Fam, just one shot the bitch. Actually, well, you won't be able to.
I don't want him for the story though. I can't get him in the story because I have Pearl. So
You did want him.
I do want him still, but I can't use him in the story.
You can if you get him.
Realistically, I probably won't. So, I mean,
you could. You just wouldn't be able to get the hidden ability.
Yeah, well, that too. But it's like, I don't know, man.
You need my other kid still.
Anyway,
I regret getting Pearl.
I will get. I was gonna say, well, ask. Anyway, we're off topic. For me, my week's been great. I've been enjoying work. Bunch of little shits, but I enjoy work. I've been loving life so far. Been good. Been good to me. Heart's good. Mental health is good. So yeah, life is good. But anyway, EDENSZERO. Me and Dev are gonna talk about it, even though we found it boring as shit. Just because, why not?
Just briefly.
King, we'll see you once you're done with your pizza.
Yes, you will. I'll be back in a bit. Have a good chat on the EDENSZERO stuff. Bye.
Bye. And Marissa, I'm sure you'll join in somehow. Maybe, probably.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. All right, Dev, since you read it and I'm about to read it right now, what did you think of the chapters? I mean, you could just combine them if you want.
Yeah, so there's 2 chapters, 168, 167. So it's kind of just the aftermath of everything that occurred with Witch being gone and everyone trying to come to terms with it. Now, it's quite interesting to see Elsie talk to Ziggy and Elsie not take a shot at him when he's at his weakest. But I wonder if that's because Elsie's scared and is worried that if she tries to, he's still going to be able to clap her out. But who knows? Maybe it could just be sentimental.
Well,
Um,
didn't she say that she's only giving him a chance because they were once friends and
yeah,
he saved her life, so she's returning the favor.
yeah, which is why I think it is sentimental, but I think part of it is also she's not stupid, and I think she still thinks that if she were to challenge him, she might end up worse off or losing. But who knows? We'll find out. Seeing the team struggle to come to terms with what happened is pretty rough, but Laguna and Weiss making up, I guess I'm gonna put it that way. That was quite nice.
Yeah.
It was a good way for them to uh, kind of put aside their differences.
Mhm.
Shiki and Rebecca scene, or Rebecca's just breaking. That was kind of harsh.
Yeah. Oh, that you were saying that's kind of hot. I was like, my guy.
Whoa.
Well, Dav, it's you, so it could go
Yeah,
either way.
but okay. I'm a degen, right? But I'm a sophisticated degen. When something's not worth being degenerate about, I'm not one. This is not one of them situations, right? This was pretty heartbreaking because she's trying to overuse her powers to bring her back. Because, like we saw before with her world jump of Shiki, now she struggled. She struggled with Shiki with losing him and then jumping the world. Now she's got to deal with Witch. At least this time she's not alone, and everyone else is around her to support
Okay.
her.
Marissa, what did you think of? Oh, she's in her bra.
Yeah, she was
There's
wrapped up in
actual.
a towel and then she took it off.
There's actual cracks in her.
Yeah,
Yeah.
She looks like a stone. Damn.
Remember? That's what happens when she tries to use it too many times.
I've been trying to use it for 2 days straight, bro.
Jesus.
I'm not gonna lie, I
Well,
still can't believe Witch is gone.
I fucking told
Okay,
you
but
she's
like
dead.
I was right.
About what, Marissa? About what, huh?
And
Huh?
remember one of the other ones I said that like they're all probably gonna die.
So this is your fault. Everyone you heard
Thanks.
that, it's Marissa's fault. Ping her and blame her.
But
If
yeah, I think it's still gonna become like that.
Herbert dies, I'm coming for you, bro.
He's not
I
even
think
dead.
Hermit will be the last one to die.
Oh, you better not be. You better not die.
So you're saying which is next? Oh well, you could go fuck yourself.
Witch is already gone.
I'm talking about Sister Ivory. My bad. I confused the two. Point still stands.
I'm just saying.
No, let them take Weiss. Weiss can go.
Yeah, we don't need Sting 2.0 and fucking.
We got Hermit already, so we don't need Weiss.
This is the reason. This is because Couch Pole joined the team. That's why she died.
So what we're blaming Couch for now, even though she's probably one of the good characters, one of the best characters. She's chilling, trying to eat, bruv.
That's why.
I am pretty
she was-
pissed about what's his fucking name lying about what happened with Creed. Jesse, was it? The guy who
Same.
shot him. Yeah, the guy who shot Creed. I'm pissed. This
Why, what
motherfucker
happened?
lying, little bitch.
What'd he do? What'd he say? What?
So in 168, so you know how he killed Creed,
Uh-huh.
bruv? The man lied and said it was Homra. They sent the body back to the team with like a report of what happened, so that they could bury him. and man deleted the report and then lied about what happened. Bro, this guy's a dickhead.
Real.
I agree with everyone that's been saying that Jesse should die. I highly agree.
No. He should get mutilated. I think that's the word, right? Or he gets limb dismembered.
That can work. That can work. Well, I don't really care what happens to him. Something's got to happen to this dickhead.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I like that guy. He's like, that shit don't make sense, bro. Why would they return the body?
He's
That
smart.
shit don't make sense.
I think they're gonna I don't think they'll realize it was Jesse. I think eventually Homer will be like, "Yo, now that's not what happened." But I think that they're smart enough to know that EDENSZERO wouldn't do that.
I feel like Jesse's bitch ass is gonna try to kill Justice, or that guy who's like, that shit don't make sense, bro.
Yeah.
And then they're gonna be like, "Oh shit, is this bitch?" And then Homer's gonna come out of nowhere and just decapitate him.
Yeah, he's gonna go rogue. Hey, if Justice kills him, I'll resign all my comments about him that I've made.
Same.
All my negative comments.
Same.
He will be in my top 5 characters if he does it.
He'll be top 3 for me if Justice just kills him out of nowhere.
Yeah, that's the one thing. Is if he kills Jesse, I don't care how he does it, when he does it, or what happens. As long as he does it, then you know what, my man is top tier. We know he won't, but actually, I wouldn't. Maybe.
Whoever kills Jesse is gonna be top 5. Easy.
Whoever kills Jesse gets mod.
He's getting top. They get top 5. If it's Justice, since I hate him the most, I'll give him top 3.
But I would say the scene where they're sending all the lamps into the sky was really beautiful.
That's some Frozen level shit right there, bro. Not gonna lie to you.
I might color that, but that requires a lot of shining, and that's not something I really know how to do properly. But only one way to fucking learn.
Mm-hmm.
So now, from here, what do you guys think is going to happen? I've seen some leaks. I won't mention them on the podcast in case people don't want to hear it. But do you think we got a whole new Cosmos, or do you think we're going to stay in AOA?
I think we're gonna stay in AOA until, because I feel like Justice is gonna go after Hamura, and Hamura is gonna be like, "You're a fucking idiot." So why would I kill him? He's from my city. He's from my planet. Closest thing I had to a fucking relative. You dumb motherfucker. And then he's just gonna be like, "Oh shit. All right, my bad."
Dense motherfucker. That's all it's gonna be.
You're a fucking idiot. But yeah, that's what I think is gonna happen, Marissa. Good talk.
So Marissa doesn't think anything's gonna happen. She thinks this is the end of EDENSZERO.
You heard it here first.
So if there's no chapter next week, you blame Marissa. No, she's muted.
She muted herself. I don't know. It's weird. What do you think is gonna happen? Oh, you saw the leak, so you can't really say, can you?
I can avoid what I saw in the leaks. I do think we're gonna go to another Cosmos. Not now, but within the next 20 or so chapters. I think that AOE still has some rounding off to do, and not just for EDENSZERO, but for all of the teams that were within this. I think we're going to get a chapter about Ziggy and his Dark Stars, and them debriefing, I guess is the word. And I think we're going to get another chapter like all about Justice, or someone from the team coming to EDENSZERO and be like, "Hey, yo, why'd you kill my boy?" And then
that's going to happen for sure.
I think we're going to have a Jesse couple of 2 to 3 chapters where it revolves around that little situation. Because they're going to have a copy of what they sent, the report. So they'll just be like, "We sent this."
Or maybe one of the guys who sent the report goes up to Justice and says, like, "What do you think of the bullets that were in his body? Who do you think did it?" And then he's gonna be like, "Wait, what the fuck?"
That's a
Homie.
good point because the bullet's still going to be in there, and no one on because the bullets won't be the same because the ones that Jesse would use because they're basically the police, aren't they?
Yep.
Their space theirs would be like official distributed bullets. They would have certain serial numbers. So an EDENSZERO, as far as I'm aware, their bullets are all ether related, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yep.
So that wouldn't leave that wouldn't leave a bullet. That would just go clean through. So
He fucked.
he's gonna try and say, "Oh, they used another gun," but then it wouldn't really make sense because if they do have the whole bullet serial number kind of thing, then that won't really make sense. So hopefully he gets what he deserves. I don't even remember why he killed him, bruv. Is it because he thought he was working with Homura?
Yeah. He's like, "Oh, you traitor."
That was
Like,
no, wasn't it? He tried to shoot Homura, and then Creed.
Yeah.
No. He specifically said, "You traitor." Why would he call Homura a traitor?
Go back. I go back.
What chapter was it?
Question.
I'm pretty sure it's because he was working with.
Yeah, because I'm pretty sure he thought he was being a traitor because he was walking the same direction as Homura.
Mm.
What's his name? Creed, right? Creed. Easy. Oh. It gave me Ezio Auditore.
A good character.
Great character, yeah.
But now I want to play Assassin's Creed.
Chapter 61, 161. In EDENSZERO manga. So Marissa, what would you rate these chapters while we find this shit?
67 and 68.
Yes, ma'am.
I like the beginning of 67, but the rest was mediocre for me.
Mediocre for you. What?
Oh, I like the ending too.
Okay, so Jesse turned up and he saw Homura, and obviously Jesse was like, "Don't worry about it, we're on the same team." Then Creed tried to use his ether lock on him, so he thought that he basically betrayed him and just shot.
So he tried to use it in Homura and he betrayed him and shot. Can you repeat that?
So he turned up and was like, "Homura is evil," and then Creed was like, "No, she's on our team," and then he was like, "No." So he tried to ether lock. Creed tried to use his ether to stop him from doing anything. And then obviously he took that as being betrayed and shot him.
All I gotta say is I accidentally looked at the leaks. Dude, what the fuck?
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting.
What?
Not entirely sure what I'm really how good it's gonna be, but it's gonna be interesting.
You guys are making me worried.
It's not bad. It's just an interesting choice.
We literally get a booty shot, Marissa. You might like it.
I didn't like it. So that means you know what's coming.
Alright, then I guess I'll just wait till Tuesday.
What the fuck, bro?
Spidey likes the booty shot, as you can see.
I'm mad confused as this shit. Because I kind of want to talk about it, but we can't talk about it because that's just rude. What chapter are we on right now?
168. So 169 is next.
Is there a double release?
Don't believe so, no.
Because we already have spoilers for 169 and 170.
That's normal. Doc usually gets the 160 or like the next chapter after, minor spoilers, like just small bits of information around the same time.
I'm so fucking confused, not gonna lie to you.
We've still got 170 easy 170 title, I think, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, we do, and that title's a massive spoiler.
Yeah. But yeah.
I'm fucking sick. All right. Dad, what do you give these chapters?
I give him an 8 because it's a good aftermath. And it's kind of done everything that you wanted from an aftermath. You see each team kind of come to terms with it. You see everyone discussing what, actually talking to each other, communicating their feelings. It's not just brushed aside and moved on. It's nice. This is technically the end of the AOA Cosmos arc. If
Is it though?
I'd say it's the end of with what's coming up. I'd say it's like the end of because Witch is gone. We've got the aftermath. The fighting is over. So I would say it's not the end of AOA Cosmos arc, okay, no, but it's the end of like
this sub arc,
Nero.
I guess.
Should we call it the Nero arc? Empire Nero.
The Nero subsection.
Yeah, we call it that. So as an arc, I would give the arc probably a 7 if I'm being generous. I enjoyed it at the beginning. Then it to me got a bit weaker, and each week I was just it felt like a bit of a clusterfuck. It was still fun to read. And then near the end again, it was up. So I'll give it a 7.5. What about you?
Okay, so the chapters, I'm still mindful about the fucking spoilers, not gonna lie to you. Chapters, I'll give the first one a 9 just because I like that there's an actual emotional impact on the characters and not just Rebecca, but everybody felt the loss.
Mm-hmm.
The next chapter 168, I believe, I'd give that an 8 because it still follows that trend, but we also get 8.5 actually, but we get basically the Battlestar Galactica, the Oraciones Interstellar, his perspective and point of view, and then we got that slime bag. The arc overall, I'm gonna be real with you, I'm like torn because when it was good, it was really good.
Yeah.
But when it was bad, it was basically Robot Lives Matter. And then it was the final boss fight for me was basically a rehash of the Dragon Joe fight. And I don't understand why Mashimo felt the need to redeem Shura when he hasn't done that with previous characters. Especially because Shura was significantly the worst. In terms of
Redeemer
like
Shura really did kind of
just
bring
like
it down.
yeah. So I'll probably give it like a 6.5. Again, when it was great, it was Jin. I'm calling him cleaning, so I know it's not. The Rutherford siblings. So it's like, you're gonna redeem him after he literally assaulted basically and like ridiculed this woman
I won't even
and
say
killed all
assaulted.
these
That's a
people.
fucking understatement, bro.
Well, I don't want us to get like fucking YouTube to come down on us and be like, "Yo, what the fuck you saying, bro?" So yeah, it was. I don't like the fact that he was redeemed and she was basically his love interest in the end. That was a huge no for me, dog. So yeah, I'll give it a 6. -2 for that. -2 for the Shura thing, and -2 for the Robot Lives Matter and that redundancy during the Foresta section of it.
Marissa?
7 for me. I don't remember much that happened, but stuff I do like. Well, wait, when did it start?
Technically, chapter
with the
100.
Red Cave.
Hmm?
With the Red Cave, I don't remember the name of the chapter number, but it was the Red Cave or the Red.
The Red Island.
Red Island, Red Cave.
Right.
So it started there, but
Actually, I've got a panel that will remind you.
because that little mini arc was great too, with the robot who was trying to find her human lover, but the human lover died and perished, trying to like come back to her all those years later. So, like I said, when shit was good, it was amazing,
Yeah.
and then when it was bad, it was like, what the fuck are you doing, bruh?
He basically just gave us all the good moments in the beginning, and then so like we would be prepared for the end.
Around here, I think there's a panel. Yeah, and they went, and when Laguna turned back up to help him.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, it's a 7 for me.
Nice.
Okay, so with that,
There's not much more we could really talk about if we're being honest. So.
nah. Now, if we ping King.
Yo.
Welcome back.
Up.
Alright, we are done with EDENSZERO, so we can go on to Fairy Tail.
Cool.
Would you like to give us the rundown, fam?
I mean, yeah, like they basically picked up where the last chapter left off. Lucy was turned into a doll, but she still retains her ability to move and even the ability to use magic. And so does Natsu, but even their magic properties change because of their doll properties. So the celestial spirits are dolls too. And Natsu can't use his fire because it'll connect to his hand, and if he's made out of like wool or whatever, then he'll burn to death. And there are also these monsters running around the labyrinth made of the same material as the labyrinth, so you can't destroy them. You can only put them down temporarily, it would appear. Or you have to find some other way to kind of destabilize them, and that's what the various Fairy Tail and Diablos members are currently going through. Haku just kind of fucked off, to be honest. He just left, and Natsu and Lucy are basically considered down but not out, so it would seem. But on the other side, Diablos has actually lost 2 members off screen. Laxus beat the shit out
Just
of
he
Scullion Raider and Mad Mole.
That was
And
fucking funny, move.
Yeah, and now it looks like he's gonna fight Kieran, who's like supposedly, I don't know if this was like a translation thing, but he might be the strongest member on the side of Diabolos. That's the impression I got from the way Celine worded it, but yeah.
I mean, we kind of predicted that he was the strongest member last time.
Yeah, we definitely got that impression. Maybe just because like he seems to be at the forefront.
Motherfucker has like
them.
coffin in his goddamn back.
On his backpack, yeah.
Yeah, like okay,
Yeah, that was interesting. Like, yeah, I also thought it was like interesting just that I like, obviously we knew Laxus was strong and they destroyed Kyria in their fight, but like I did think that she was weaker than Mad Mole and Skull Radier. But, like, they're that fucking weak. They legit couldn't scratch Laxus, and he beat the shit out of both of them at the same time. The guy and at the first time, and we saw them, Scullion Raider would have killed Gray, even with the Devil Slayer magic, and Gray would have died had it not been for Brandish. And Mad Mole beat the crap out of Natsu. But like, I don't know. This just it's weird. I really hope that these Dark Dragon Slayer Knights actually pose a challenge. I'm not saying Laxus has to lose. Honestly, if it ends in a tie, great. But like, these guys are that fucking weak. What the fuck?
I'm very surprised that he basically clapped out 2. But I don't hate it just because it's Laxus. If it had been anyone else,
I don't hate it either. But
yeah, like, I would have been a bit.
I would have actually preferred that it had only been 1.
Yeah.
He did that shit with such ease though.
That's why I don't hate it, and that's why I can accept that it's Laxus, because we've said it multiple times. Laxus is more than likely the most strongest member of Fairy Tail.
Yeah, next to Guildarts.
Yeah, without really much of a challenge to him, apart from Guildarts, who's never even there. So I don't mind. Which is
also like, it goes back to that point I made last time that like the fucking fight that he had a draw with Urza was fucking bullshit.
Yeah. So I don't really mind it. I would have hated it if it was someone else who did that, but I'm okay with it being Laxus. So I just hope that the rest of them don't go down as easily, which, to be honest, at the moment I'm thinking they will.
Yeah.
I think Kyria could go down easily, and then whoever takes her down fights Misaki, the Azure Dragon, but I don't see like the Dark Dragon Slayer Knights going down easily. Like relative to the difficulty of the fight, like clearly these other guys, like I wouldn't be surprised if Kiri gets taken out like Mad Mole, but the other ones, I doubt it. I think those will be fights that get shown, but I don't see Fairy Tail losing overall, but like I could see a couple of them like getting taken out. Like I said, like Laxus could draw with Kieran or whatever, or if he wins, he wins, but like he gets disqualified, so to speak, and then removed from the labyrinth and can't re-enter or something to that effect.
What do you think of those doll crap?
I think it's a thing that is a thing.
I think it happened.
What does it have to do with like white tigers?
I don't know.
Honestly, nothing.
Spidey's favorite character wasn't it in the chapter there? I am a stray. The symbol. It has to place it here just before. Peculiar. Hath I returned to the same place?
Oh.
'Tis true. Then I must take this path next. Wait, no, I remember this place as well.
To be fair to Suzaku, like you can say that the way he's phrasing it is annoying, but like that is an interesting thing in that the maze is kind of looping him around and fucking with his head.
Yeah. I love how he just runs off though.
Like what else was he gonna do though, if you think about it?
No, I'm just it was just a funny looking scene.
Yeah, I
like
guess.
when you see a cartoon character run off.
Yeah, this was true. This was a little bit Looney Tunes like.
I don't know, man.
What I did find interesting is that when Lucy summoned Virgo, that Virgo was also a doll.
Yeah.
I want
Which
to know how
actually makes
that
you wonder,
works.
like, do celestial spirits take on the characteristics of their summoner?
Well, her key is also a stuffed. Like, it's not like a real key, it's a stuffed key.
Mm-hmm.
So it's changed everything she has to be
made of
stuffed.
Wool. Yeah.
Homegirls from Little Big. What's that PS3 game, Dev? The Little Big Planet?
Yeah. This is Little Big Planet 4, fam.
Or that PS5 game, Sackboy, or whatever the fuck.
Yeah. But I understand her key as well, but I still find it funny that it still affected them while they're in their own realm. And they've come through and they are a doll. I would have
probably
thought
only affects them once they get to the human world. Like if they went back, they'd probably be fine.
I still find it weird, but
like what I'm thinking is like, does it take on the characteristics of their host? Like, if somebody who's not a human summoned a celestial spirit, would that person then would the spirit take on that person? Like if one of those lizard guys from the council did it, would the spirits come over in the form of lizard people?
Well, then you have like Capricorn. Capricorn isn't a human. Yeah, he's a goat.
He's humanoid.
He's a goat, bro.
It's still like you could argue that the doll's humanoid. I don't know. I get what you're saying, but I don't think that's the case.
Yeah.
I think we're just overanalyzing this shit.
Maybe, yeah.
It just is. Like with most of Mashima's shit, it just is. Like, doesn't make sense.
Yeah, it's not a deep chapter at all.
Fuck, my hand hurt.
You okay?
Oh, yeah. Oh, that hurt.
As we can see, Spidey is struggling. Oh, they just get into him.
I punched the corner or something by accident, and it just gave me a fucking little cut. It hurts.
Good job.
We tried not.
Fuck you.
Could be worse. He could have just cramped up his hand by touching himself too much.
Fuck's sake.
See, I could roast you, but then I'd be an asshole. So I won't.
Nothing would change then.
I guess.
Okay. Does anyone have anything more to say about this chapter or predictions for the next, maybe?
Do you think we're going to get the two contenders fight next chapter or not?
I would be surprised if we didn't.
No, it'll be like one panel, and then it'll just jump to something else.
I hope not, though. I want it to actually be a fight.
Do the fights like you did Lucy and Grace. Focus on them.
Yeah. And don't like get it over with in one chapter. Like stretch it out a bit. Like make it.
Yo, give me Dragon Ball Z Fairy Tail, fam.
Well, I mean, this thing you can have a like. I think this is one thing Fairy Tail fans don't like often acknowledge. Like a lot of them, like, oh, I don't want like chapters that drag on forever with the fights, and aren't and like it's just over. And the villain's never heard of. It's like you can have a balance. Like you can have a good fight against a villain, and it doesn't have to be like dragged out. But at the same time, it's like you don't have to make it over in like 1 or 2 chapters. You can, make it such that the villain gets like a good backstory, has like an interesting power, and uses the power in different ways. And the Fairy Tail mage has to be creative with how they defeat him. It's not one or the other. Yeah, not just hit him harder. It's not one or the other.
Is my mic better?
Nope.
No, that's god awful. Anyway, yeah, like I am curious to see what happens next chapter.
I don't think we'll get too much next chapter. If it's not the fight between the two. I think we're gonna go back to the whole doll situation.
Honestly, I wouldn't mind if we left that aside for a while. Like, go back to that after the fight.
I would like to get it over and done with, personally, because I think it's stupid. So, like, just next chapter, they focus on that and then solve it and then move on. Because,
I gotta say, there's gotta be more to it than that, because that seems like a pretty lame magic.
It does. Yeah. It does.
So what the fuck kind of dragon would have this ability in the first place? If he got the power from a dragon, like obviously like eating the dragon's body, but that's just weird. It's like Zirconis all over again.
So Spidey's having difficulties with
it. Is it because I'm too far, or
no? It's like it's not plugged in properly.
Yeah. It sounds like there's a fan in the background, but it's probably not that.
How about now?
Yeah, there we go.
It's much better, yeah.
That's what I get for buying a $10 mic. It's okay, Black Friday's here. I might buy an actual mic and a headset.
Yeah, check your local Walmart.
Well, you shilling for Walmart now?
Fucking hell. First he works for Amazon, now he's working for Walmart.
Don't forget Disney Plus. Don't forget Disney Plus.
What's next? Fucking Target, bro.
I don't know what that is.
Target is good, though. Target is good.
I thought you said park it for a minute. I was like, what the fuck is that? Actually, I don't think I have any connection to Target, but whatever.
He's thinking about his connections. Oh, that's a good shout.
Damn right I am.
Maybe Richard can help me. Yeah.
Who?
I don't know. I was assuming you might know Richard. Richard sounds like the kind of name for someone that works at Target.
You're not wrong.
Yeah, I can see where you're coming from.
So with that, anything else to add? Anyone? I don't think so.
No, I'm good.
Good talk, Marissa. Nice.
Thanks.
Look, man, everybody's here for one thing and one thing only.
So before we get to that one thing, though, is there any news that we need to cover? I don't think so.
Meet our sponsor, NordVPN. No, I'm just kidding.
In terms of Fairy Tail related news, I do not believe that there is.
Naruto's in Fortnite?
Yep.
Yeah,
you can do hand signs. It's pretty funny.
I did not read about that.
Dude, hold on.
Have you not seen the fucking video of Naruto doing Buster Cap no Jutsu, bro?
There's a whole video.
Fortnite is the only one with
Look at this, bro. Watch this. This is fucking Buster Cup no Jutsu from the hidden village of Detroit, fam.
Fortnite has Master Chief from Halo, Kratos from God of War, fucking Superman, motherfucking Carnage.
To be fair, though, I will give him credit. These are well done.
Oh, no. I'm not shitting on them.
Yeah. But look at that video, bruv. I posted in the chat. Man's fucking doing his gang signs and all, bruv. He may be out of key, but he ain't out of options.
I give them credit because they could, because they're not getting this shit for free. They gotta pay the licensing fees and all that.
It's chi in Naruto, isn't it? Yeah, man's not out of chi. He's not out of chakra, fam, but he ain't out of options.
I give them credit. I know a lot of people shit on Fortnite, but it's like, bro, they're doing their thing. I wouldn't play that shit because it looks complicated as fuck when they're building those big ass towers. But
see, I played it in beta and on release, and it was actually a lot of fun. It stopped getting fun when the game became more about the building than it was about the shooting. And I'd face people who would be able to build an entire fucking 3-story house with running water and plumbing and a fridge faster than I could kill them.
Within like 10 seconds, you take a breath and they're already done.
Like I fire like a clip, take their armor out, and then by the time I reloaded, they've got a house and a family and a mortgage, and I'm like, hello, where did this come from? What? Why can't we just shoot?
Yeah, no. See, I can't play that. I mean, if they have if they have Spider-Man in it, I'll check it out.
I would play it. Actually, no, I wouldn't because I don't like battle royales. But I would be more inclined to play it if they didn't have the building because I like the guns. I'm not gonna lie, and I like the map, and I like the fluidity of the game. But
I wouldn't mind the
Minecraft PvP.
I wouldn't mind the building if it wasn't more than like 2 stories. Yeah. None of this fucking 20-story building where they build it like 10 seconds and shit. Nah.
Well, you don't need to build that much, but if you don't, you're gonna be at a disadvantage.
No, I know, but basically you're playing the game that it's just give them credit for what they do, but not for me.
Bruce is a hardcore
My Little Pony fan. Yeah, we know.
Oh, that and Fortnite player.
Hell no.
I don't doubt it, bro.
Yeah,
she's in the age range.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I don't play it.
King, anything to add to this Fortnite conversation?
Absolutely not a thing.
I'm surprised you're not shilling for Fortnite too.
I'm surprised too. Actually,
played Fortnite only once, and I did not particularly care for it.
It means he wasn't good.
Oh, that's 100% accurate. But at the same time, I just didn't necessarily care for it.
Which is fair.
Mm-hmm. All right. So, big news came out this week. There's some small little movie released a trailer on Tuesday, I believe, at 5:30 p.m.
Yeah, the 17th.
The 17th, yes, Tuesday.
Wednesday.
So, Wednesday? No, it was Tuesday.
The 17th was a Wednesday.
Yep.
No, it wasn't. They released it on Tuesday because the fan event was on Tuesday.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, no, because I was like, I'm not gonna. Never mind. I'll say that off.
I mean, like all the YouTube videos say that they were posted on the 17th. So.
Well, no, they were posted on the 17th, but the event was on a Tuesday. I was on Tuesday.
Maybe they announced something about it on Tuesday, but yeah, like everything came out on Wednesday because that was also when it was trending on Twitter.
My guy.
It doesn't matter either way. Let's get into discussion of the trailer's content.
Okay, so who wants to start with this little trailer?
You should, because it's about you.
Yeah, man, this is your life story.
So the Spider-Man No Way Home trailer. It's fine. It's fine. I don't even know if it was an insult or not, but it's fine. Spider-Man No Way Home trailer came out. It's got like 42 million views as of us recording this audio, which is insane. And it had a lot of fucking material in it, but it also didn't have material in it. I guess the first thing we could talk about is what do you guys think of them not showing in quotation marks Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield's character.
So the scene where the dude gets punched by the air.
John Cena.
Yeah. I find it interesting. I'm surprised.
Well, it was also a thing like it was only in the Brazilian version that it wasn't actually in the American one, which I found interesting. So I guess they messed it up down there.
I read that a lot of people are saying that the Brazilian one was made like that on purpose, so that more people would go and check out the other one, bringing more traction to it.
Oh.
Which, by Disney
I guess it's
standards,
possible.
by Disney's escapades, that's something they would do.
True.
So I think the trailer is very good. Like you said, shows a lot, but at the same time doesn't show too much. I am very intrigued by the way they did lay that out, though. But I'm also happy to see a lot of the villains that we are going to see. Boy,
yeah, we
Green Goblin.
saw everyone, bro.
My
We
boy,
saw
Green Goblin.
Otto
Green
Octavius.
Goblin, Doc Ock, Sandman.
Hey, Peter. You're not Peter.
Electro, and Lizard, which I thought was cool.
The one thing I do want to point out is that they made Doc Ock look more like his comic book counterpart, where his hair, he's got like an ugly bowl cut, basically.
Mm.
So I like that. I'm surprised they brought back Lizard because a lot of people were trying to say it was Venom that was. That it was Venom instead of the Lizard in that tunnel scene from the first trailer.
I thought it was at first.
That was a big I have no idea because it could have realistically been either one since that scene was so dark.
I honestly didn't think it was Lizard just because I completely forgot that dude existed. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, no, that shit was wild. One thing I do want to say, for all the shit I give Tom Holland, it looked like an actual Spider-Man movie, and I'm not just saying that because there's the rumored other Spider-Man and everything we know about that, but it actually looked like his actions are having consequences. Because the trailer starts off with him in the rain and like his face and his entire face fucked up. I'm guessing a Green Goblin explosion or like he was just getting his ass beat, but like it looked like, damn, this boy finally gonna realize that his actions have consequences.
And that Daddy's not there to fix it.
Mm-hmm. And there was a quote from Tom Holland. I need to find it, but he basically
from
said,
the premiere?
yeah, from the thing, yeah, where he says 3 other universes, that enemies from 3 other universes will be fighting or some shit.
I think that's interesting because we only have 2 other universes technically, Andrew Garfield's and Tobey Maguire's. So what's the third?
Comic book universe, mate? Watch. Miles Morales from Into the Spider-Verse is about to join.
I very much doubt that.
Nah, well, you heard it here first. Trust me. My friend works at Disney.
Sure he does, bro.
He could work at Disneyland Park. You never know.
Yeah.
He said from 3 different universes, villains from 3 different universes were gonna be in the movie. So all I could think of is we have Amazing Spider-Man, and we have what's his name, Sam Raimi's Spider-Man.
Mm-hmm.
That's 2, and all the villains we've seen are those 2 only.
Oh yeah.
From those...
Plus, some people are suspecting some Venom in there, but that's up in the air.
Unless fucking Dev is red and somehow Miles Morales makes it to the fucking live action.
Well, they could also be including the universe they're in, right?
Well, why would I thought that, but why would they say? Why would he say 3 different universes are coming in? Let me see if I could find this stupid clip. Oh, here we go. Yes, it's a TikTok video. Get the fuck over it. see Corey Jandro. He's amazing.
Nice.
He says we have villains coming from 3 different universes, which again confuses the shit out of me because what the fuck is he talking about? Do you guys have any like ideas?
I don't.
I mean, if it's 3 different universes, I'm thinking Spider-Man, Tobey Maguire to Spider-Man, Andrew Garfield, and Venom.
But he said villains. Carnage is dead.
Well, what if he thinks Venom is a villain?
But he's basically mentioned before that he knows Venom isn't a villain. That's why I'm confused.
Maybe he's trying to trick us.
I wouldn't. Well, yeah, maybe. Because when he said that, I was confused because I was like, at first I was like, okay, it could be Venom, but then I remembered, or I replayed it, and he said villains. Villains from 3 different universes will be joining, whatever, yada yada yada. So confused the shit out of me. And then I don't know if you guys noticed, but Doc Ock's arms in the trailer took Peter's nanotech from his armor. So now his arms are like fucking Tony Stark.
Yeah, they've like adapted.
Yeah. What did you think of the Green Goblin reveal and the second Green Goblin that we see? Do you think it's the same character?
There's no second Green Goblin.
So you think it's the same? You think it's the same person?
Same guy without his mask on.
I think it's the same.
So you think I'm sending a picture right now. You think this is Willem Dafoe?
Yeah.
Interesting.
I mean, you can kind of see it, can't you? I mean, that's definitely not the guy from fucking The Amazing Spider-Man 2. I'll tell you that much. That's definitely.
Oh no. See, for me and Eric were talking about it, and we thought it kind of looked like James Franco.
Well, I mean, okay, I can see where you're coming from, but nah, bro.
So I was like, oh, maybe. And then what else happened in the trailer?
Scooby-Doo this crap.
Yeah.
I still don't think that's Doctor Strange.
You think like Mephisto is impersonating him or something?
I think either Doctor Strange is being manipulated or it's somebody else, because that is not. I don't know. It just doesn't feel very Doctor Strange like, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying.
Oh, we got to remember, we got the good old classic, his girlfriend being thrown off the fucking.
Yeah.
I will say I read an
why can't you just web her and be like done?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
I want to say I read an interesting theory that yes, they are definitely kind of working on a way to like recreate those Mary Jane and Gwen Stacy scenes with this character, but the twist would be that it's actually not her who dies; it's his friend Ned who dies, and then Ned at the post-credit scene or whatever will be like some scientist working on him. His eyes will glow red, and that's how he becomes Hobgoblin.
That is fucking stupid.
Yeah, I'm not saying it's gonna happen. I'm just saying this is a theory that's been going around because how many times have we seen this scene, right? And it's always the girl in trouble. But like, what if they're both in trouble and you save the girl, but it's your guy best friend who dies? Like that would be unique.
That would be unique, but I think they're giving. I feel like they're giving Toby fans closure. They're giving Andrew fans closure, and to an extent, they're giving this trilogy of Spider Boy, Iron Man, Junior Boy closure, because you see that fucking Tom doesn't want to kill the villains, even though all the villains died at the hands of Spider-Man, so it's their destiny to lose, and he's trying to redeem them. And when we see Doc Ock, we see him try to meet fucking Toby's Peter, and he's like, "You're not Peter." like
Yeah.
Dav mentioned earlier. And then with Mary Jane falling, there was somebody, I forgot who it was on Reddit, but they said that it parallels Andrew Garfield Spider-Man, who was losing his Mary Jane. It was his Gwen Stacy, of course.
Well, yeah,
And
that's obvious though from the way the scene is shot.
and he rescues her as like closure and like redemption for failing his
Why?
Gwen. What do you mean why?
I mean, I'm not saying why would he rescue? Obviously, he'd rescue her, but like, what's the
Well,
I don't know.
he doesn't want to see another Peter deal
lose
with what
his
happened.
woman?
Lose
I mean,
the love of his
okay.
life.
I mean, I can get that, but like, I don't know. That just seems really out of the way for me.
More out of the way than the theory you mentioned,
Yeah.
where Ned dies and fucking has red eyes.
I didn't say I supported that theory. I just said
No,
it
no,
was a theory.
no, I said the theory you mentioned. I didn't say you supported it.
Well, yeah, but I don't know. I feel like here's the thing though. I feel like that would be way more unique than this. Andrew Garfield saves Tom Holland's girlfriend. Like,
Oh, it's Spider-Man saving Mary Jane.
you get my.
Doesn't-
Well, she's not Mary Jane. She's Michelle. Let's remember that part. But
She's MJ.
I don't know.
She's
She's
this.
MJ, but she's not Mary Jane.
She's this universe's MJ. Kevin Feige has said it himself.
Yeah, I agree, but she's not Mary Jane.
Oh my
She's
god.
MJ.
Oh my god.
MJ doesn't have to be Mary Jane. MJ can be anybody. Like Spider-Man. Spider-Man doesn't have to be Peter Parker. Spider-Man could be Miles Morales, Ben Riley, or whoever the fuck else.
Ben Riley's not Spider-Man. He's never gonna be Spider-Man. He's an abomination.
I'm not debating that point. I'm just saying.
Yeah, no, I know. But okay, that's fine. We'll agree to disagree. I still think she's Mary Jane for MCU, but you're saying it's MJ. It's fine. It's fine. Any thoughts on this, Marissa or Dev?
Not right now, other than the stuff I already mentioned.
Yeah.
Wait, Marissa, you're basically a noob at this shit. What did you think of the trailer overall?
It looked cool. Like, yeah. I didn't know there was multiple Spider-Man universes until you guys started talking, and then I was like, oh, okay.
Is there any scene that caught your attention or made you intrigued?
Or even made you laugh?
Scooby-Doo crap.
Okay.
Okay. Who do you think, based on the trailer, who do you guys think dies? Because obviously somebody dies.
Toby.
No, Toby's confirmed for the Doctor Strange movie.
He is?
Yeah. It's a Sam Raimi movie, bro.
That's not the same thing as confirmation.
Doctor Strange is dying.
No, he's not.
Yeah, he is.
Can you imagine if he did?
Because like then there's like more movies and shit.
Yeah, don't worry, they'll sort that out.
I think Happy Hogan or Happy dies. I don't remember his last name.
I would love it if Happy dies, but this is.
But there's an EDENSZERO fam.
No.
I know. I want Fairy Tale Happy to die. I don't give a shit about EDENSZERO Happy because I don't know him.
No, Jackass. I'm talking about the fucking sidekick of Iron Man, Happy
Hogan.
I know. Was it Happy Hogan?
I know. That's what I said. Like that's Happy Hogan. That's why I said he's the wrong Happy. I want the Fairy Tale Happy. I don't want Jon Favreau to die.
Oh, I thought you were confusing it with the fuck is it? I said Dav said EDENSZERO.
Yeah, no, like, Dav thought I meant EDENSZERO Happy. I know Fairy Tale Happy.
No, I was saying it's not EDENSZERO because that Happy did die.
Oh, true.
Well, I mean, he's still around though. Like, I guess maybe I should say disassembled in EDENSZERO, maybe. But yeah.
I think Happy dies just because the way the trailer was shot. There's a scene where the Green Goblin bomb goes off, and then there's a car that explodes, and then Happy's in a car that's next to that area, if you will, and then he just blows up.
I don't think that's impossible, but I feel like that's just really like it's like you're trying to destroy Iron Man at that point. I don't think they would
Good.
want that. What
I
do you mean
wish they
good?
would. I didn't stutter. I said good.
Yeah, I'm asking why.
Because Iron Man as a character is an abomination.
You're an
In the
abomination.
MCU,
You're a
in the
flat-ass-
MCU, in the MCU.
Disagree.
In the MCU, he's
Well, if one of them don't come back next week, you know they're dead.
no, I just don't like Iron Man in the
Yes.
MCU. He ruined Peter Parker's character. I
Dude,
mean,
that's
it's
not
not
the same
hard to
fucking
understand.
thing. But whatever.
It is. It's fine. We'll agree to disagree again. Who do you think dies?
Who do I think dies? I'll be honest, I would actually be I would not be surprised if nobody died. But
Yeah.
like
Yeah,
honestly,
I don't like nobody either.
I just don't see it like being like I don't see this as like somebody's definitely gonna die kind of movie. But I don't know, like I certainly don't see Michelle dying, the MJ character dying. Doctor Strange isn't gonna die. Come on, Aunt May is not gonna die. I don't see Happy dying. Realistically, if someone has to die, this could maybe even be that theory of like Ned dying. I mean, I'm not saying it's gonna happen, obviously, but like to me, honestly, that would make more sense compared to like Michelle or Doctor Strange or whoever.
Aunt May is so dead.
I mean,
Just 'cause you said
that's
that,
one more
she's
day,
so
but it's
gonna
the
die.
different one more day, the bad one more day.
I think they retconned that, so it should be fine.
They have, yeah, but like at the time.
Marissa, you're new to this. You're probably gonna get it right. Who do you think dies? Does anybody die? Does the Spider-Man die?
I don't think
No?
anybody's gonna die.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah,
What
that's
about you,
fair.
Spidey? Who's gonna die?
I said Happy. I personally think that Happy is gonna die, and I think Aunt May's gonna die.
Both of them?
I think both of them will die.
Man, this guy just wants fucking depression.
I mean, that's who Peter Parker as a character is. If we're being honest, he doesn't get anything to go his way. He's always suffering.
Yeah, but you can suffer
So
in ways other than like having everybody
the
close to you die.
the MCU Spider-Man needs everybody to die, so he could be like fucking Spider-Man for real for once in his goddamn life. Okay,
I don't
man
know.
was babied and treated like a king
He's
by
I
fucking.
mean, he's
Iron
still a
Man.
teenager.
I don't want to hear this shit. He's what, a senior
Also, who's
now
gonna
in high school?
I don't know if he's a senior necessarily, but like but like either way, if Aunt May dies and Happy dies, Tony Stark's already. Who's gonna take care of him? Like Pepper?
It's called getting a job.
Bitch, that's not how that works.
It's called getting a fucking job.
You need a fucking job.
I have a job, bitch. I have a
Or
job.
what- All right.
Okay, because look, we have Spider-Man freshman year of the MCU, which is kind of a stupid idea, and I'm pretty sure it's gonna sell well because people are fucking stupid. And then we got Spider-Man Homecoming, which is the sophomore year. We have
Is it
Spider-Man
confirmed to be the sophomore year though? Because my
We
impression
had-
was that Homecoming was like just the beginning of freshman year or whatever, and then that
No, Civil War had his freshman year, but it had like clips of his freshman year.
it had clips of his freshman year in Civil War.
When Iron Man went full creeper and was like, "Sit next to me, son," and he showed him a clip, and then he's like, "Oh, look, you've been doing this," and then Spider-Man kind of mentioned this bullshit.
Unless I remember incorrectly, he only had been doing it for like a couple months maybe, and he ended up on Stark's radar. It's not a full year.
I think it was more.
But my point is like, then Civil War happens, and Homecoming only happens like maybe a month or two later. So it would still be within like roughly the same time period. It would be the same like calendar year, I think. And then my thought was that then like some space happens where nothing happens, and then there's Infinity War, and then like obviously Endgame, but he doesn't count for like those 5 years. And then he comes back, and then he goes on his trip, which I assume to be his summer trip at the end of that given year. So he would come back as a junior. So that's what I thought.
Well, why would they call it freshman year? The new animated
Where
series.
did they call it freshman year though?
No. I'm saying the animated series that Pixar's. I think it's Pixar that they're doing for him. Why would they call it the freshman years or the freshman year, whatever the fuck?
I have not read about this.
Because America's stupid. I'm not just saying grades.
Disney Plus. Give me a second. Yeah, okay, I was right. I fucking can't believe I doubt myself. There you go. Ignore the long ass link. Yeah, Spider-Man freshman year animated series coming to Disney Plus.
Okay. And this is like MCU Spider-Man
This
time between the movies?
correct. Well, this is before the movies. Yeah, it's basically his origin story, if you will.
Okay, yeah, okay, fair enough. And so, like, actually, confirm this for me then, because this might actually contribute to my confusion. Is homecoming a thing for every year in American high school, or is it only like the first years?
Fuck if I know. I went to a private school.
Marissa?
It's every year because
Okay.
it's like, yeah.
All right, fair enough. I didn't know that. I thought it was only first years.
Okay, so I didn't know that
fair
either.
enough.
Yeah. So we have Spider-Man freshman year. I don't understand what they're doing there because he didn't fight any fucking big name villains because they would have mentioned it in the movies if he had fought like Kingpin or some shit, which would have been weird because
it could have been just some like, stupid little minor villains,
like the Rhino, that was still big enough to be like known, sent to the raft.
Oh well, actually, you bring that. I know you're joking, but like there's probably some minor villain from the comics they could use for the TV show. But why not bring the Rhino in for this Far From Home movie? Because obviously we didn't get a conclusion to that whole thing in the Amazing Spider-Man 2.
Because Paul Giamatti people gotta get mad at Paul Giamatti's character, but the Rhino is literally a fucking joke. He gets his ass beat all the time.
I agree with you, and I did not mind the character in the movie. I thought he was actually quite funny, and it felt realistic relative to what they were trying to do. So I don't mind that. And it's like my thing is like they didn't get a conclusion to that, so bring him on.
Yeah, that'd be nice. I'm not even.
If anything, even like they could have like made him the ground fighter or whatever, swapped him out for a different one. Or actually, I'll bring this up again in a second, but have him have like a real match against the Andrew Garfield Spider-Man. But my other thing that I want to mention is there's only 5 villains, so it's not technically a Sinister Six unless we get a 6th, right?
Well, this is exactly my point. Exactly. And then Tom Holland said villains from 3 different universes will be joining in or be in the movie. Something along those effects. I sent a link.
Yeah.
So fuck it. Bring Kingpin from fucking Into the Spider-Verse. I mean, it would make sense because he's just a human, but or the Prowler. The Prowler would be a good one. Because he technically did that in his and even with Miles Morales, because he. Yeah. So that's what they could do. I'm just excited because apparently this is the second longest.
It's just me or Spider-Man's mic majorly distorted right now.
Yeah, his mic's shut itself.
How about now?
Yeah,
that's better.
What do you think? What do you call it? I'm just excited because this is probably the second longest solo MCU movie, which means it's the longest Spider-Man movie ever. And it seems like we're getting a mix of Spider-Verse with Sinister Six. So that's fucking amazing. What if Kraven is the last one?
I don't believe that they're doing that yet. Although I will say I just had a thought about this. It's not impossible because here's the thing: they cast Aaron Taylor Johnson as Kraven, and Aaron Taylor Johnson also played Quicksilver in Age of Ultron. So technically, if they cast the same actor as a different character, that character could be from another universe, and that could answer the 3 universes thing you were talking about.
Because wouldn't it be cool if we have the Craven the Hunter coming in because he knows who Spider-Man is, and the greatest hunt would be Spider-Man. It'd be kind of cool. Or maybe they're just bringing in Morbius or Venom or whatever.
I don't think it's gonna be Morbius because that movie hasn't come out yet. They wouldn't do that.
I mean, we have the Vulture in a Morbius trailer.
No, but I mean, like, they're not gonna debut Morbius in the Spider-Man movie before they give him his own movie.
What if they did though? That would drive ticket sales through the roof for that movie though.
I feel like people are already gonna see it. It would just, I don't know. I don't see it happening.
I don't know. I just can't wait for December 17th to get here.
Yeah, same, man.
All right, I think. The one thing we didn't talk about, which is probably the biggest thing in the trailer, is at the end of the trailer, we have Doctor Strange.
Yes.
Say, I can't stop them. They're coming. Yeah. Mm-hmm. What do you guys think he's talking about there?
So here's the thing that I think is really interesting. And maybe this is the way the trailer was cut, so they might be trying to trick us, but that seems to actually happen at the end of the battle because all the steel poles and crap and stuff have fallen off of the Statue of Liberty. So like this could be like the end of the actual movie, like some big villain coming in, like some galactic level threat. I'm not trying to pun Galactus or anything, but like something's happening. I don't think it's going to be like a Sinister Six villain. It has to be something cosmic.
What if that's our introduction to Kang in the movies?
Big maybe,
because they go on.
I don't know. Like it just doesn't seem like this is Kang's thing.
Fair, because I'm thinking, what movie could they I mean, they're gonna introduce him. Oh no, I'm wrong anyway.
They're doing Ant-Man 3.
Yeah, no, he's making his debut in Ant-Man, so no, I'm wrong. What if it's the other universes, like the X-Men universe, the 2 Spider-Man universe? Well, there's the Spider-Man universe because of the Into the Spider-Verse. What if it's just all of them like joining this universe, if you will?
Not impossible, but it would be a weird way to end the movie.
It would. It's so much shit is happening with this movie. And apparently, there's a rumor. Since it's a rumor, I'll say it just because it's a rumor. Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire's character don't come into the movie until like an hour and a half in it. So
I can believe that. They just come in for the final fight.
Well, the movie's like 3 hours long, so it's like halfway through the movie.
Oh. But I actually don't know what the runtime is, but okay, I can see where you're coming from.
So, I mean, I like that because it gives us a focus on Tom Holland's character and everything he's going through and all his actions and his consequences, seemingly. So I'm intrigued, and then he's going to get help from the other Spider-Man. One that has a fucking loved one and one that's just forever alone. Mm-hmm. Unless they fucking bring Shailene Woodley's character out of nowhere and it's like, oh, look, it's MJ. Hello. But I'm excited. I don't think there's much more we could talk about here.
Yeah, I think we got all the main issues.
Yep.
Yeah, I just rewatched the way you lot were talking. We've covered basically every important factor or controversial factor, I guess we could say.
The suits, there's like 3 suits. I think he has 3 new suits.
Oh, one quick question. Curious what Spider-Man thinks. Doctor Strange says all the villains fighting their universe's version of Spider-Man, which is technically accurate with the exception, because I thought he didn't die at the end of Spider-Man 3. He just floated away.
Yeah, he's like, he turned to dust that just dispersed.
Yeah, but that's my thing. I thought he was just going somewhere else because I didn't think he'd kill himself, considering he was literally just talking about how he had to live for his daughter and whatnot.
Yeah, no, I don't get it. I'm not gonna lie to you, I don't get it. I'm trusting the process because regardless of what I think of the MCU Spider-Man, is they at least have a consistent story, even if that consistent story revolves around Iron Man. And that's what. So I'll give them the benefit of the doubt that maybe they'll explain how the Sandman did. Maybe fucking Peter was mad that he didn't fix the goddamn door and he kills him. Never know.
That's not related to Sandman whatsoever.
Yeah, I know, but it's a fucking angry Peter. It's the symbiote Peter. He might have still had some in him.
He did not at the time they fought. All right, yeah, I know you're just riffing me, but yeah.
I don't know, because it's like you said, it's kind of weird. Because when he said they all died at the hands of Spider-Man, I was like, Electro makes sense. He got his ass pretty bad. Otto Octavius, he technically didn't, but he was fighting Spider-Man, and then he sacrificed himself. Fine. Green Goblin tried to murder Spider-Man, and then he just ate shit and died. Fine. And then Sandman, I was like, wait, no, this fucking guy just turned to dust and left. So I don't know. Unless it was his death, and
it just contextually wouldn't make sense for him to die in that moment. But I don't know. We'll see.
I'm just googling Sandman doesn't die in Spider-Man 3. Yeah, so there you go.
I don't know. Then when he goes back or whatever, when all the villains go back, their memories get wiped. I don't know.
Well, they're gonna be dead anyway, so it doesn't matter. They get wiped.
Well, yeah, but what I mean is like coming to this alternate universe would change the way that they behave in their own movies, right? So that's what I meant. Like they wipe the memory, so everything proceeds as it was intended to originally.
True. Also, I mean, I guess this is just like a prediction, but what do you think it means with No Way Home? Like, do you think it means Peter is
stuck in this timeline?
No, I don't think it has anything to do with timelines or dimensions. I just think that there's no way for Peter to go back to his normal life after this.
Well,
there's no path back to comfort of home. It's not a literal home.
But he cast this. But Doctor Strange cast a spell still.
But I thought the whole intention was that the spell doesn't work.
No, the spell it worked to an extent, but he kept fucking talking, so it just like.
No, well, my interpretation was that it just flat out didn't work because Tom Holland, Spider-Man, kept fucking shit up by yelling, and then because of that, that's what messed up the multiverse and brought the Sinister Six villains. But the original intention of the spell to wipe people's memories did not go through. That's why in the trailer, clearly Ned and MJ still know who he is.
Well, no, because remember he was talking about, but MJ needs to know. But
yeah, but like I think that was the point. Like the whole reason, the whole reason Tom Holland fucked it up, or I should just say Peter, but like Peter fucked it up is because like Doctor Strange said she's still gonna like forget or whatever, and that's why he fucked up. So like, because he fucked up, the spell never went through, and that's why she still remembers. Like, I don't think Doctor Strange was willing to make the accommodation, or that he couldn't possibly.
Okay. I still think that it has something to do with because we don't even know if Sony and Disney renewed their contract.
They have,
and they have. Are we sure about that?
It's on the Wikipedia page.
There's a lot of things on the Wikipedia page. Just
true, but like still, you get my point.
And
for a page like this, they're not going to let like unsourced information stick around.
And I do know that Kevin Feige has talked about how Spider-Man is the only character who could travel between universes. So I don't know if it means that he leaves the MCU for a bit.
I doubt
trying to resolve some shit, or if it just means that, I just hope they do this shit right. I'm too fucking hyped for this movie, and if it disappoints, I'm gonna be pissed.
I agree.
I'm gonna be fucking pissed. Do you think there's gonna be like any extra cameos or like not random, but like I guess
Like I'm thinking there could be like some Venom in there, but nothing like super out there. Like people are talking about like Daredevil, so you could get like maybe an MCU TV character here and there aside from Daredevil, like maybe not Luke Cage, but you know, like other characters from the Daredevil series, like Foggy Nelson or
She-Hulk.
something.
She-Hulk, since she's a lawyer.
So plausible, but the only reason I doubt that is because the She-Hulk TV series is coming up.
Well, no, I'm not saying as the She-Hulk herself. I forgot her.
Look, as Jennifer Walters.
Yeah, as Jennifer Walters before she turns into the She-Hulk.
Possible, but I wouldn't expect it.
Fair. Yeah. As you can see, only me and King are really excited. Marissa's and well, he's playing Pokemon, so it's okay.
Dev's playing games. Marissa's just like, well, when will these nerds shut up?
And then next week, Hawkeye comes out. So,
I'm excited for that.
Are we doing a review for that?
We're gonna talk about that off mic.
Is it episode by episode, or are they releasing it all in one go?
It is episode by episode.
It's Disney, my guy. It's Disney.
That doesn't change. Like they could drop it all in one go.
No, they can't. Disney has never dropped anything.
Oh, okay. Well,
so Spidey's right. They haven't, but like I think they have so far said that it's going to be episode by episode. But I think it's plausible that somewhere down the line they will do like a binge drop.
Hopefully.
I hope so, honestly, because I think some of these shows would have worked better if they had been binge dropped.
WandaVision for starters.
No, I actually think WandaVision was fine episodically. I think it's Falcon and the Winter Soldier that would have been better as a binge.
Okay. I just didn't think that the first three WandaVision or the first 2 to 3 WandaVision episodes were worse, you know.
I think maybe they could do like what Arcane is doing and like drop a couple episodes first and then do it like one by one. I don't know.
Yeah.
See, obviously it's like their business model, so we can't really know what they're planning.
We'll contact Disney later.
Yeah.
All right, King. Is there anything else for us to add?
Not that I can recall, unless I'm missing anything, but I don't believe that I am at this point.
No, there's not a lot coming up.
Cowboy Bebop, I guess, on Netflix.
No,
I have not seen it yet.
For those of you playing a Gen 4 remakes Pokemon, join us in Games and Tech channel because there's a lot of us playing. And if you've got an immunity to Ligo for Spider, he will praise you for the rest of your life if you get that for him.
Do you think it would go on sale for Black Friday?
It was on sale for fucking 2 hours.
It might, but I don't think so.
Okay, there goes my chances of getting it.
Walmart usually sells it for $10 cheaper.
They do?
Yeah, they sell every game for $10 cheaper. I don't know how the fuck they do that, but they do. And Walmart had a massive blunder where they sold the double pack for $70. So you got both Diamond and Pro for $70.
Damn, nice.
Oh.
So that was It was only for 2 hours though. Then they were like, "Nope, we fucked up. Change that shit back." So there you go, guys. Play Pokemon. Watch Cowboy Bebop because the live action is clearly superior than the anime. And
actually,
no, I'm joking.
Okay, good.
Have you seen the anime, Marissa?
No, I've been planning to.
I think I haven't finished the anime, but it's good. From what I've seen. We'll say they I think there was like a common thing about the characters or whatever that they majorly desexualized them or whatever for Netflix, but it's like at this day and age, like it was just the safe choice. Whether it's a good idea or not, it's not something I'm gonna get into. Just with the way people are so sensitive about shit.
Well, they desexualized Faye's character in the trailer.
Well, I've been reading that people don't even think like Spike is as sexy as he was in the anime.
I mean, these people are thirsty for 2D characters, my guy. It's like
I know.
Fucking God. Anyway, King, your famous outro.
Absolutely. Everybody, thank you very much for taking the time out of your day to be here. We really appreciate it. Thank you, listeners, for listening. Of course, watch Hawkeye when it comes out next week. Watch Spider-Man No Way Home when it comes to theaters. Play Pokemon Diamond and Pearl if you got the money to blow on it. Shop the Black Friday deals at your local whatever, because there's probably going to be something that you'll want and that you'll probably not get at such a cheap price for another 365 days, give or take. Otherwise, yeah, everybody sleep tight. If you're American, happy Thanksgiving in advance. And that will be the end of this podcast. We hope you all have a great day.
See ya.
Bye, guys.
Bye.